By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The tackle by
that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On second down, it's Henry. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 11. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That good for 22 and a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He's got Burton here. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that will extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
A run there with Henry as he gets forward only for about 3. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, here's Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down and 7.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill rolling to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
The keeper. Thrown away and incomplete. It's now 4th down.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They snap it to Tannehill. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 49. He's at the 30. 10. 5. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Rodrigo Blankenship.
So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
On the carry.
Tackle made by Grover Stewart. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 6-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jackson. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
They are not ready for us.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marquise Goodwin, 94 yards. And the Colts add on to their lead. Well, I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper, right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big play.
He does, and not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
And this is going to be a Titans first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. 17-0 our score after 1. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You can see the thought process there. With his speed, they were hoping he could pop one. Instead, the coverage was good, and they forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Off play action, Tannehill. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Justin Houston racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting battled.
And he's got a man, Corey Davis.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked.
Credit the sack there to Chandler Jones.
The tackle made back at the 39-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
3rd and long. It's Tannehill. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. The 20. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And the Colts 1st down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
To Marquise Goodwin.
Marquise Goodwin with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it with Henry. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
For the tackle. A gain of 11 on the play.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill. This is Smith with a grab. And he will finally be taken down up at the 48. A big play that time for the Titans. 48 yards. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
They'll give Henry another shot. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7.
Makes the score Colts 24.
Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a second quarter onside kick. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think.
And it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Out of the gun, Tannehill. That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. The end result, 21 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Colts 24, Titans 14.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Rodgers on the return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now it's Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
The Titans take over first and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. After the interception, here's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted by the Colts. They'll take over first and 10.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
And this is caught at the 20. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Rodgers on the return.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Taylor, the Colts ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. They'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
A gain of 4.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled.
And this is caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Complete.
Paris Campbell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Justin Houston, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. He's going deep for Brown. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 34. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in.
And this is caught, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Trey Burton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6.
Colts 38.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
Throw it out the window.
yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on 4th down, but they're going once more. They are going for it. It's Tannehill. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill.
7 at the 40.
And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that will be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Jackson from the shotgun. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
1st down, Colts.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On 3rd down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Desmond King picks it, and he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
4 yards on the pickup.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
15 yards on the play, 1st down. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd down.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Here's Tannehill. And that's caught by Smith.
And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 1st down, Henry. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a 1st down. And when you say workhorse, You're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and completion of a play? Put the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Deep ball for Goodwin. This is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marquise Goodwin, 49 yards. And the Colts add on to their lead.
For the extra point.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Blank. From just inside the 20, a short kick. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. Henry on first down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or 2 at most.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
That's good.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Got Gordon open, completes it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Grover Stewart able to record his 5th sack of the season. To try again after the sack. Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
On 4th down, Tannehill. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And it's 3rd down.
An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Jackson to return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt, and it'll be Titan football
at their own 37-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. DeForest Buckner gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. Here's Tannehill. And the pressure gets to him again. Justin Houston in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Here we go.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. Now Jackson back into his end zone. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, Tannehill. Flushed out right. And his pass incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
He's going to let it fly. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, his second touchdown of the night. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points. But he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, but it'll be second down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney. And it's going to be third down and forever.
It's third down.
Now it's the backup, Rivers. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Deshaun Jackson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will bump the lead up to 26.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because
the Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Tonight's final score, Colts 52.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Indianapolis, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Titans, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. This that drip. Yeah, champion. Yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be the true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in the even blood across the weather. They turned like I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. On the bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this they new Chanel. Did they split? Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I can't. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the city. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the top, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze.
Cards dealt my hand, ain't really no time for luck. Either you got it, you don't. Lie to yourself if you won't. I put my team on my back, did what I could, what I had. Now I be all in my bag, copy and paste with the swag. Bet you can't do it like me. All my winners on repeat. Take your L like a boss, stand 10 toes on your feet. I can never take a loss. I ain't set up for defeat. 4 Giottos on the truck. I had a dream and it's stuck. Living my life cause we up. Looking back like where the love. So I be hella low key, but contrary to belief. Loyalty runs deep. I keep my ear to the streets. Struggle turned me to a beast. I'm off the chain, I'm off the leash. But baby girl, I play for keeps. Told my brother lately, I've been scheming against all odds like Willie Beeman. I've been grinding lately, this my season. Lord knows I'm trying to find my reason. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, boy, how you gon' act?
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it to go. Now I get it to go. Now I get it to go. Now I get it to go.
Ain't it crazy how them tables turn? You can fold or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch you work, watch him hate, watch him lurk. Can't relate, watch you skirt. Out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters, in the murks, at the gate, on site. Red breed, red tight, set the bar, take flight. Yeah, I've been grinding since a young and they told me my timing was coming. I've been hustling with no fun and forget all the fame, get the money. I'm out in LA where it's sunny. I've been eating since a young and since we ain't have food in our tummy. The life we was living ain't funny, but you cannot take nothing from me. Put that on my mama, my daughter, my cousin, my brother, I'll show you. Way better than I can tell you. The type of dreams that they sell you. That's why I learned from my failures. Don't do the handouts or the favors. Told my brother I'ma get this paper. Was left behind, I'll see it later. To keep it real, you don't need to wait up. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, boy, how you gon' act?
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it to go. 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 I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it to go. 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 I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it to go. Now I get it to go.
She right got me.
Hit boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting up the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay, look, sometimes you need the faith, sometimes you need to know your worth, sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but they from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake, you gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage, with the mainframe, loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your perm at. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a fool. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody
Everybody claim to be great at small times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet. Nah, it's cool. Don't play with it, baby. Say what you gonna do with that? Stop playing with it, baby. Nah. If you gonna do it, then you don't play with it, baby. Exactly. Yeah. You don't like that.
This is Desby Music.
Hey yo, yeah, Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They're like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense to really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that chicken finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my socks. Hey yo, Nike check. T-shirt check. Sneakers check. Socks check. Hoodie check. Shorts check. Nike I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Going up sky high while I'm rocking Air Force. And she just wanna ride, shorty bad and gorgeous. She was rocking stripes, said it's alright. Then I cut her off, shorty stepped on my off-whites. Okay, now wait. Gotta get the bag and racks every day. Don't tell me to relax, I can't, I'ma say. Got a new Prestos and the J's in the way. Got a new British watch, but it don't take time. Might pull up on the hop if it's up too hot. And you wanna play ball, hit a 3-point shot. Or this my court, got a block on lock. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They're like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense to really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my socks. Hey yo, Nike check.
Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hell on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. And my energy paralyzed, I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a parent a message. You the best, if it ain't me, then you need you a confession. You a mess, you ain't scary to me. Heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you, like cheetah, run up down, I'm there in the scene. And I feel just like Vegeta Prince, and I'm an heir to the seat.